So what I have here today are these new metal figures. They're called Nano Metalfigs. They're made by Jada Toys, which also makes a brand of die-cast cars. We'll start off with the DC Comics ones. First we have Batman. They all have like a little number that corresponds to the back where you can check off each one you have. I have a bunch of them, but I don't think I have the whole set yet. There's a few missing. Obviously, the pretty popular ones are going to be the ones missing. Like the 66 Batman. So this is called Batman. I'm not sure exactly which one he's from, if he's from the Justice League shows. There's like several Batmans throughout this series, these releases. Okay, we'll open it. These are 100% metal, no plastic whatsoever. And they seem to be exclusive to Walmart. Technically exclusive. Walmart's the only store that I've seen them at so far. But they do have like larger ones sold at Toys R Us and Target. I've seen a couple of those on the clearance rack at Target store. So here's Batman. Pretty cool. I really like the small stuff. It takes up less space than like a big figure or something. Pretty cool. Next one is Killer Croc. Don't really know much about Killer Croc. Don't really see him in any of the movies and stuff. I don't know if he was in Suicide Squad recently. But I'm not really big into comics and stuff. At least not the DC and Marvel comics. I like the movies, but not too nerdy in this stuff. We'll take him out. This is probably one of the heaviest ones so far. Other than like the Hulkbuster, which is pretty heavy. They seem to only have like 3 series: Marvel, Harry Potter, or DC. Got a little bit of each set to show. Here he is, all muscular. He's got spines on there. Okay, the next one is the DC 5-pack. I forgot what set it's called. It should say in the back. Let's see. It is set A, or pack A. So you get 5 figures. At least 1 or 2 are exclusive, so you can't get them in the singles. But the bad thing is that some of these are in the singles, so you don't want to accidentally buy an extra unless you want it. Because otherwise, you either, if you really want it, you can keep it. But I did buy a Ron Weasley by mistake, and I had to return it. So that's kind of the bad thing of buying these. You want to go with these because you get the exclusive ones. Let's see. The exclusive on this one is Parade. It's hard to see on the camera. Parademon, this gold one, and this exclusive Batman, which is just labeled as Batman. So we'll take them out. So the first figure we have is Wonder Woman, which I believe is stylized after the movie that came out this year. Because it looks like the commercials. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'll probably see it eventually. Try to focus it in. Don't really know much about Wonder Woman. I don't think I ever seen any of her in TV shows that much. It's a pretty cool figure. Next one is, I believe his name is Cyborg, which I remember him being in Teen Titans, the animated one, and then they re-released the show again, and it's called Teen Titans Go. So I believe this is the adult version of him. Again, I don't really know a whole lot about him outside like a few TV shows. Next one is Parademon. Don't know anything about him. But there you go. It's the exclusive figure. And you can't find that in the singles, or at least not as of right now. Next is another Batman figure. Not sure if he's from a specific show or media, comics. It doesn't say anything on the bottom. Still pretty cool. sometimes when they make these miniature figures, it's kind of hard to make everything completely accurate because it's so small, and the more detail they have to do, the more it's going to cost. So that's kind of like some of the stuff is not as good. I think probably the reason why they didn't make his the bat ears on his head pointy is because if it was that small, it'd be really sharp. It's not really sharp at all. Next set is pack, let's see, it's called Pack B. So you got Superman, Aquaman, Supergirl, another Batman figure, and Lex Luthor. And we'll take those out. And I'm back. I forgot to mention this one, which came out of Pack A, with these ones right here. This is the Flash. Don't know really anything about the Flash at all. Haven't seen the TV series, and I think there might be a movie coming out. Still, I really like that red color of the figure. Yeah. So, back on Pack B, we got Superman. I don't think Superman was prominent throughout these releases. There were a lot of Batman figures. I might have to check the back. It's still pretty cool. A nice red, nice blue. Let's see. I don't really see a whole lot of Batmans in here. Or not Supermans. There's a bunch of Batmans in there. The next one is Supergirl. The only thing I've actually read about her is one comic book they had. It was when Superman dies or something. Other than that, I don't think I've actually seen any TV shows about her. Nice figure. Next one is Aquaman. I believe he's getting his movie coming up soon. He's always ridiculed because he doesn't have a whole lot of powers. Like, whenever they make a parody, I think Robot Chicken even ridiculed it. Pretty cool. Let's see. The next one is the exclusive Lex Luthor. So, assumably this won't appear in the single packs. You get it in the 5 packs. Pretty cool. And I've actually read a few Superman comics and Batman comics. I got the reprints from the library, and I think I heard somewhere that he originally had hair, and then somehow it got edited out, and they just went with it. And the last one, which is this Batman, it just says Batman D6, DC6. So I don't know which series he's from, if he's a comic book, video game, movie. I don't recall any movies, so it could be even an animated series. There's like, 3 Batmans I opened so far. So we're going to look at the next pack, which is the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy one. Might as well show this one as well. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Groot. I believe this one might be more based on the movie than the comic books. But I don't really know anything about the comic books. And this one looks more like it's a comic book because it looks more animated. So we'll open up this one. This is MV7. This is full-size Groot. Take a look at him. He's supposed to be like a tree or something like that. He has feet. And that's it with that one. We'll go with this one. We got Baby Groot, or Little Groot, whatever you want to call him. Let's look in the back. Star-Lord, Rocket, Gamera, exclusive Drax, and exclusive Groot, which is exclusive to this pack. So this pack is known as Marvel Pack B. We'll start off with the first figure on the list. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. These are all going to be Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Star-Lord. Again, I don't really know a whole lot about the comics themselves. Seen at least the first movie. Okay, the next one is Rocket, the trash panda, or raccoon, whatever you want to call him. Has a big gun in his hand. The gun is a lot bigger than he is. Okay, the next one is Gamera. Pretty cool. And the next one is Drax, which I know who plays him. It's Dave Bautista plays him in the movies. I know that because I used to watch a lot of wrestling. And he was one of the big guys on there for a while until he started to do movies and he quit or whatever. Whatever, story they came up with. And the last one, which is Groot. The miniature or the baby Groot. This one actually had a ding on it. When I got it. I didn't really see that until I got home. And I don't feel like, just bringing it back for that minor reason. Won't notice it after a while if it's sitting on the shelf. So here's the baby Groot and the regular size Groot. Looks to be about the same type of paint they use, same color. Except this one has a flower pot on it. And they did not put it to scale, because he's not supposed to be as big as this figure should be. He should be a lot smaller, because it's actually just a standard flower pot. And he would have been able to be held into their hands. But, they probably couldn't make anything that tiny to begin with. The last set I got is the Spider-Man Marvel set, which is Pack A. We got Spider-Man, Black Costume Spider-Man. I think there's another name for it, but that's what they call him. Spider-Gwen, an exclusive Vulture, and exclusive Green Goblin. We'll take a look at those. Okay, to start off with this set, which is Pack A, is Spider-Man himself. I really like the red that they chose for these. The Iron Man one even had the same red or a similar red. It's a nice, real shiny color. Pretty cool figure. They did have this one single, so you can also buy it in the single packs. Or you can buy them in the multi-packs. And the benefit of getting those again is the exclusive figure. It's pretty cool. I'll show them all at the end once I get everything opened. Let's see. The next one is Black Costume Spider-Man. Another cool figure. Got some fairly decent detail on these. Next one, Spider-Gwen. Figure I don't recognize, don't really know much about. And you got like a turquoise color base. Usually the base matches like whatever they're wearing at the bottom. If they got shoes or pants. And that's what it would match. Like on this one it's red because he's got red feet. The next one, which is the exclusive Vulture. I'm not sure if he's been in any of the Spider-Man movies. I've only seen the movies, never read the comics. But I knew he was in one of the video games that I've played. Pretty cool figure. It's a lot more meat on it compared to like this one. You got like the wings and stuff on there. Here's the back. Okay, and the last one of this set, which is Green Goblin. Which in a lot of the medias and movies, they don't depict him like this. Usually it's a guy with a mask. Okay, and the last stuff I have are the Harry Potter figures. I found Nearly Headless Nick. We'll open him. So here's Nearly Headless Nick with his head hanging off. If they did real detail, they would have probably put like blood there, but I guess because these are toys for kids, they don't want to upset parents and stuff. But yeah, so he had an accident. I've knew a lot about Harry Potter. Someone tried to kill him. It wasn't an accident. Someone tried to kill him, and they didn't do a thorough job, or they did do a thorough job, but his head was hanging by a thread. You can read the whole book if you want to figure out more about him, or just Google it. One thing to take note of, his hands are flesh colored. which if he's a ghost, they should probably be the same color as this, but maybe it's just to help stand out. Next one, we got Argus Filch, the caretaker of Hogwarts. He has this kitty. Well, we'll just open it and look at it. So this is Argus Filch. He has his cat, Mrs. Norris, in his hands. I'm not sure if that's exactly the right cat for this. I know in the movies they used a Maine Coon, which is like a gray color or black color. Not sure exactly what color she's supposed to be. But yeah, they go around the castle and, you know, find kids out of bounds. And he also cleans up and stuff. It's a big job for the one guy. Okay, and the last one of the Harry Potters figures that I have is the Dementor. We'll pause it. And here's the Dementor. I don't think it's supposed to actually look like this, but I'm not really sure. It's usually hooded in the media, and I don't remember it ever taking the hood off. Maybe it did in the third book. But I don't think in the movies it ever looked like this. It has a weird mouth on it, which kind of looks sexual in nature. Yeah. To any Harry Potter collector, they probably wouldn't understand why it was made this way. But anyways, this is all the figures that I got. We'll take a look at each one again. This is Croc. I'll probably forget the names. Yeah, Croc, I think his name was. Okay, go to the next figure. Groot. Baby Groot. Whatever Groot you want to call him. And we got Star-Lord here. With his guns. We got Rocket with his gun. We got the big Groot. We got Drax. We got Gwen. Spider-Gwen. We got the Dementor again, since this was right in easy grasp. That's why I pulled it up. We got Vulture. We got Spider-Man. We got Argus Filch again with his cat. We got Green Goblin. We got Nearly Headless Nick. Black Spider-Man. We got, I forgot what her name is, Gamora. We got the Flash. We got Cyborg. Lex Luthor exclusive. Another Batman. That's going to be the common figure to collect. There's tons of those. Another Batman. Aquaman. Supergirl. Another Batman. Superman. Wonder Woman. And I believe Parademon. So that's pretty much about it for these figures. Again, they're pretty cheap. They're about $1 each. Currently, they're only sold at Walmart. I do not know if they're going to be sold elsewhere, but they do have, this brand actually has larger figures sold at like Target and Toys R Us. But anyways, these are pretty cool figures. I like them a lot. Anyways, you can like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day.